Welcome back to Good Day. Tomorrow is a day that meteorologists, we're not maybe the biggest of fans. We're scientists. We forecast with the weather, and we use our knowledge and our skills.
You have all of those things.
Yeah, sometimes
yes, you do.
We get a little bit confused with other friends.
Well, I mean, it's fun when there's a furry creature that can, you know, possibly prove you wrong. Nah, would never happen. Allison from Nature's Nursery joins us with the rodent in the spotlight tomorrow. But hey, she doesn't have a name.
She does not. She does not. So that's part of our Groundhog Day fun that we're doing this year. She's cold and she
wants to cuddle.
Yeah, I just woke her up.
Does that mean she's going to see her shadowing? Her? No, maybe she's cold and she's going to be like, no, we need to warm up. Springtime.
I'm not gonna. That's her business. I'm not gonna influence her on her forecast. I'll see what she has to say though for tomorrow.
Yeah, so obviously this is a lot of fun because we're falling in line with Groundhog Day tomorrow. But this is a rescue, I guess you could say.
This is. So this particular groundhog was found by some well-meaning individuals that as an orphan, and they were trying to feed it, they were trying to care for it, they thought they were doing the best thing. Unfortunately, it came in very thin, very malnourished, and by the time it had been handed over to rehabbers and we started, feeding it and getting it the right nutrition, it had become very imprinted on people. As you can see, she has no fear and is very content being held. So
being in the wild is probably not a good idea.
Yeah, she would not be able to be released to the wild. Now, groundhogs in this area would be in deep hibernation at this point, especially with those cold temperatures, but because we were working on getting her diet up to standards and all of those things, we kept her inside this year. So she is not in hibernation. She is awake. And as you can see, she has definitely put on the weight that she needed. She is a chunky monkey at this point. So yep, she is officially our education groundhog, but she's in need of a name.
Yes, and that's where you all at home come in. So it's kind of a fundraiser for you all as well.
Yep, we, our staff who've been working with her picked out their 5 favorite names. There was a little bit of a inter-office arguing going on over those 5 choices.
You had to narrow it down.
Right. So they've come up with 5 names, and we have those on our website, and people can vote for their favorite name by making a $10 donation. And then the day after Groundhog Day, we will pull one of those names, and the person who made the donation will win a prize pack, and the name that they selected will be her new name.
Oh, so that's exciting. Of course, you get to kind of, vote in a sense of what that name will be. One of them is Pancake.
I like
Pancake because she can squish down really thin.
She's like, gets flat.
And get underneath tables. It's amazing. As heavy as she can flatten down like that.
And that's kind of shocking because she's chunky. She was even snacking before she came on air. Like a true TV star.
Yes, very sweet. And we got a couple of V names. Violet and Viola.
Yeah.
Okay, I like both of those.
And Gertrude. Gertrude has been a favorite too. So Gertrude the groundhog, which groundhogs are also known as woodchucks. Woodchuck, groundhog are the same thing. And in southern areas, they're also called whistle pigs because they make kind of this whistling.
I don't know that
noise.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. She made it a little bit when we pulled her away from her snacks.
Well, I think everybody kind of makes a noise when you pull their snacks away.
Right, exactly. So, explain the importance here, though, of groundhogs in our ecosystem.
Yeah, so I mean, groundhogs they can get a bad rap because they do tend to dig in your yard and they can make those nasty holes, but what we have to remember is they had plenty of land to do those things before we started building houses in their habitats. So in your yard, those holes that they're digging are actually aerating your yard, and it's allowing oxygen to get down in there. In your garden, where you may also find some of those holes, same thing. They're helping to aerate. They also will, walk through planted areas and pollinate, cross-pollinate by the seeds get stuck to their fur and stuff. So like other animals, they do have their place in the ecosystem, and they're just really darn cute too. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Yeah, what is their diet? If it's, I'm seeing them in my yard, what are they snacking on?
Vegetables, plants, any of those kinds of things. She was just snacking on some nuts in her bed there before I pulled her out.
You like nuts, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously you all can use all of the donations that you can get. So hey, if you want to put a name in there 10 times, go for it, right?
Vote for each name if you want to, if you don't want to have to make a choice, because all of the funds go right into providing care for her as our education ambassador. We're working on getting moved into our new building, and she's going to need a nice little habitat there, and it helps cover the cost of our education programs where we take the animals out to school and teach people about what they are and what they do.
And what is in that prize pack that people could be?
Oh, we've got some Nature's Nursery gear, a t-shirt, a bag, our 2 books, but the cool coolest thing is that the person who wins will get the opportunity to come out and meet her in person and hang out and have a little face-to-face time with whatever her name ends up being.
Whatever her name will be, whichever you choose at home.
I don't know. I like pancake.
You
but
like
I like Gertrude too. That's hard to pick. I like to be like everybody.
I like viola because I played the viola.
Oh, I could see the play on words there.
She's going to fall asleep right here with all these lights.
She's very comfortable.
Yeah.
She's very comfy. Allison, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for
and I
having
would
us.
say thanks to you. I'll say thanks. You don't have a name yet, though.
Yeah, and I'll be giving her a call tomorrow to see if she saw her shadow or not.
We'll see if she
She's
wakes
gotta
up
know
for it 2 days in a row.
Diane needs to know the forecast.